welcome to Heritage Ways. I'm Miss Katie, and this is where we honor home, celebrate heritage, and spread hope. This is where we try to welcome people, whether it's some twinkly lights in the summertime or a wonderful, I just can't even say enough. I mean, do I have chocolate on my mouth? Because I'm just going to admit, I've already filmed the video. Now I'm letting you know what you're about to enjoy. Mississippi mud cake. Is there anything more inviting and more comforting and more quintessentially Southern? And, well, we just need to get busy. Episode 8, y'all. Mississippi mud cake. Project 54. We're cooking all summer. And right now, today, we are making a classic dessert, Mississippi mud cake. Hey, before I go, I want to remind y'all about my favorite hair clips. LILLA Rose. See, this is just 2 pins inserted there to keep my hair up, and it does not fall. Y'all, I have searched high and low for years for hair clips and barrettes and pins and such that don't fall down, that keep the hair up. And this is it, LILLA Rose. So I'm a stylist, as they say, and my link is down below in the description box. You can go check it out. You'll see my picture there when you click on that link. It's Miss Katie of Heritage Ways. So check it out. I am about to order some of their new barrettes or pins, hair pins. I just love them. I have 2 of them, but I'm going to order some more. So maybe that's something that would interest you. They have hair clips for every size, from baby fine hair to African American braids. I mean, they have something for everybody. So I only share things that I'm passionate about. Surely y'all figured that out by now. And I invite you to go down and check my link. Okay. Woo. Mississippi mud cake. It's calling. Mississippi mud today. Cake, not to be confused with Mississippi mud pie, which is a whole nother thing. Alright, today I'm going to have to refer to my notes because I have it jotted down, scribbled down. So I'm going to refer to my recipe today. This one is not all in my head like it should be. Although it's a classic and I grew up with this and Hello Dollies and all those wonderful, wonderful goodies. Okay, oven heated at 350. We're putting in a cup of butter, which is 2 sticks for those of you out there keeping score. You're going to need 3 sticks total for this recipe. Yes, indeed. Okay, now let me get a spoon rest. And is this not the cutest ever? Cook with Love little ball jar. Cute as can be. From my friend Stephanie in Texas. We have 1 cup of butter. We're going to add a pinch of salt because my butter is unsalted organic. We're going to add 2 cups of sugar. This is organic pure cane sugar. Y'all know that's what I typically use. And I'm just going to cream this with my hand mixer. Straight down the sides. That's a good creamed butter and sugar mixture. Then I want to break my eggs, my 4 farm fresh eggs, 4 eggs, into my bowl that I had my sugar in, and I'm going to add them one at a time as I continue to cream my butter and sugar. I want to show you a little trick about adding the eggs in case you don't already know. If you go ahead and break your eggs in here, I didn't whisk them or anything, but I just broke them in here whole. And as you're adding, actually 1 will come out at a time pretty easily. So you can just watch and see what I'm talking about. Turn it on low and add them 1 at a time. Let's hone our hospitality skills. When we are guests invited to someone's home or event, always remember to respond to an RSVP. Oh, my stars, look how rich and golden because of those yolks. Those are eggs from my friend Miss Stacy and Mr. William, and those eggs are amazing. So thank you to my friends Stacy and William for sharing these wonderful eggs. All right, I have a 1.5 cups of self-rising flour. You can certainly make your own if you want to do that. I typically do, but today I'm using Martha White bagged self-rising flour. Then I want a heaping half a cup of cocoa. So here's my baking cocoa. You can use light or dark. And I want heaping half cup. Now, since this is a fourth measure, I'll do this twice. And heaping means not scant. It's piled up. All right, just going to mix this together. And I'm going to add this to my mixture, a little at a time, because I'm not using the stand mixer today. If I was using the stand mixer, I could have an extra hand there. Okay, let's keep going with adding our flour and cocoa. Just add all of it there. And I'm going to go ahead at this point, I'm going to put my 1 tablespoon of vanilla in too, so that it can all get mixed up real good and well. Real good. 1 tablespoon, I don't know, I think I might have just said teaspoon. 1 tablespoon of good vanilla, y'all. Good vanilla. That vanilla is from my friend Shawn down in Texas. Thank you so much, Miss Shawn. I'm going to take time to scrape the sides before I go any further. Now I'm going to fold in a cup of chopped pecans. Put it in here. If you want to add coconut, you can. I don't. If you want to toast the pecans before adding them, then you can do that. But I don't do that either. If you're new to cooking and don't know what folding means, basically means you're making a figure 8, so to speak. And it's really important when you're dealing with meringue to fold correctly. In this case, it's not that important if I don't fold it correctly. Need to put this in a 9 by 13, but actually I don't have a glass 9 by 13, unfortunately, so I have this 8 by 11 by 2, so it's going to have to work today. You can grease and flour your pan if you want to, but I only do that if I'm going to turn it out onto a cooling rack, and I'm not doing that in this case. So we're going to bake it 350 for about 35 to 40 minutes. Now while that's in the oven, it's not going to hurt us to go ahead and make our frosting. So I've measured out 1 pound of powdered sugar or confectioner's sugar or whatever you want to call it. Some countries call it, I think, baker's sugar or something like that. So I've got 1 pound, I think that's approximately 3 cups and 3/4, 3 3/4 cups. But since I buy it in bulk and keep it in my pantry labeled, and then I just got my scales out and I weighed 1 pound of confectioner's sugar. Now I'm going to go ahead and add a heaping 1/4 cup of cocoa again. Heaping. Piled up. Go ahead and add that. And then I'm just going to whisk this together. And then I will get out my bowl that's suitable for mixing with my electric mixer. And I am going to mix 1 stick of butter with this sugar and cocoa mixture. I'm actually going to sift this into my mixing bowl because I'm seeing some lumps and I just don't want to have problems with it. Now I've got 2 or 3 kinds of sifters, but this works just as well, just this large strainer. mesh strainer. As I mix the confectioner's sugar, or the powdered sugar, and the cocoa, and the 1 stick of butter, I'll start out slowly, of course, but also I have some whipping cream here, and I will be adding, as I need to, up to 4 or 5 tablespoons. And also, I have my good vanilla, and I'll be adding a tablespoon of that as well. I think I'm going to need more than the 4 to 5 tablespoons, but just know that you just add enough whipping cream or milk. If you're using whipping cream, you're going to need more than you do milk because milk is thinner. Or you can add some water. So I put some water in here from my Berkey, and I will just add a couple tablespoons or so of water to make it the right spreading consistency. Since my butter is unsalted and a little bit of salt brings out the flavor, I'm going to add a dash of salt. And we're almost there. I'm also going to scrape down the sides of the bowl. It really helped for me to sift that confectioner's sugar. I know that's an extra step you probably don't want to do. I don't want to do it either, but it really makes a difference. You don't have to deal with any big chunks or hunks or clumps of sugar. I'm going to add about a cup of pecans. And that looks like that's what's in there, so I'm just going to add all of them. The salt is really nice with the pecans as well. And I'm just going to lightly, on the lowest speed, mix this up. And we're good to go when it is time to use our frosting. It's been cooking about 6 more minutes, so let's check it. It's not wiggly in the middle, but this, my friends, is why you should use a 9x13, because it rises. Okay, that comes out clean. You can expect it to fall in the middle, so don't worry about that. It's going to just kind of deflate a little bit. We're going to let it sit here and cool for a little bit less than 5 minutes. I'm actually going to turn my timer on. Alright, it's been about 3 or 4 minutes, and I'm just going to put this jar of marshmallow cream right on top. It's going to melt. You do want it to melt, so that's why I didn't want to wait too long before I put this on. You know what? I'm going to get a knife and help spread it around. A lot of people do use marshmallows for this, and you can see why that would be easy too. You just, spread them, sprinkle them around and let them melt. I'm trying not to push down on the cake when I do it. And I'm also not fretting about having it exactly even either. Exactly coated. It's okay. It's really okay. So you almost want to think that this little jar of marshmallow cream is not going to work, but it does adequately cover it. And like I said, don't worry about it. It is going to sink in the middle. And see, it did. It's okay. This is a quintessential Southern potluck dinner on the ground type dessert. Woo-wee. Okay, I'm going to let it cool for about 30 minutes before I put this frosting on. But then I'm going to have to taste it for you, or find me a taste tester, I suppose. If ooey-gooey sounds good to you, then here we go. Here's what I'm going to start by doing. I'm going to put a little bit along And then I'll spread it here in a minute. Now, do what Miss Katie says and not what she does. You need to put this in a 9 by 13. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I think it might be a little too warm. I was in a hurry to finish this for y'all, but here's the thing. You're supposed to be able to see the marshmallow up through here. At least that's how my mama always did it. You know, it's not supposed to, there's no rhyme or reason. You know what I'm saying? There's no, you're supposed to see, it's called Mississippi mud after all. You know, you're supposed to see the marshmallow. And why is it called Mississippi mud? I don't even know. Oh my. But we'll take it, right? And we're just gonna spread this. Like I said, if you got marshmallow peeping up, oh, that is okay. Oh. Okay. Look. Okay. Come on, y'all now. I'm gonna let it sit here and cool a little bit before we cut it, I think. Or maybe not. Here we go. I just cut it with a little spoon, but let's cut a big enough piece so y'all can see. Remember, it's warm now, so you should probably let it set in the fridge if you can stand it. Oh, okay. Didn't get the bottom of it. Well, who's to care, you know? Oh my word. I don't even think I can think straight just looking at it. I love my job. Two things. Number one, the pecans make it happen. I'm just saying. Awesome. Number two, you need to do it in a 9 by 13. It is a little thick in the 8 by 11 or 12 or whatever. Oh my word. Make this tomorrow. Get the ingredients. Get your marshmallow cream if you don't keep marshmallows handy. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. Oh my stars.